Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best Huawei phones.
Starting at number 5.
Huawei P50 Pocket. The era of the clamshell foldable phones is upon us. With the immense success of the Galaxy Z Flip 3, Samsung showed the world that the flip phone form factor shouldn't be ignored. And this is Huawei's answer, the P50 Pocket. Aptly named, this phone is meant to slide into every pocket, and packs a serious punch, ruined only by the absence of Google mobile services.
Coming at number 4.
Huawei Mate 50. There's a new Huawei champion in the fighting ring, and its name is Huawei Mate 50 Pro. Unsurprisingly, Huawei's top model delivers on almost all fronts. This phone comes with some unique features, and despite the lack of Google mobile services, it could absolutely be the device of choice for many people. The 6.74-inch AMOLED display is great, color accurate and bright. There's an ample processor inside, although it lacks 5G connectivity, and the design is as premium as it gets. But the true showstopper is the camera system. Not only is it very capable and flexible for shooting your day-to-day photos, but it also adds one real innovation to the mix: variable aperture. You can make amazing portrait shots with real optical bokeh with this phone, and when you add the periscope zoom, it's great at 3.5x, and the night shot algorithms, the Mate 50 Pro starts to really shine. It might just be the best camera phone on the market at the moment. So, if you want to go against the grain and get something unique and powerful, the Mate 50 Pro might be the right phone for you.
At number 3.
Huawei P60 Pro. When it comes to camera phones, Huawei has a great history of innovating and perfecting the technology. From the great P30 series and the swap of the green pixel with a yellow one, through the periscope zoom lens and the variable aperture, Huawei phones have always been on the forefront of mobile photography. And the P60 is no exception. This camera phone brings the variable aperture from the Mate series and makes it even better. The display is super bright, and the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon ensures smooth operation across all tasks. The lack of 5G might be a problem for some users, although good 4G speeds could be enough depending on the region. Again, the lack of Google services might be a turn-off for some, but that's the situation and Huawei can do nothing about it at the moment. The Huawei P60 Pro is one of the best camera phones out there, despite some software shortcomings, so you should consider it if mobile photography is your thing.
Number 2 of my list.
Huawei Mate X3. The Huawei Mate X3 is the latest foldable from the company, and it follows the X series philosophy. The X series foldables fold inwards, much like the Galaxy Z Fold, while the XS series are outward folding. The Mate X3 is a masterpiece when it comes to hardware, with a bright screen, almost invisible crease, and one of the best hinges in the business. What's even more impressive is that the Mate X3 is also great on the camera front. That's not always the case with foldables. Daylight and nighttime photos are great, and you don't sacrifice anything camera-wise with this model. Of course, being a Huawei device, this phone lacks GMS, and you need to find your preferable workaround, but it's also a reason to try and get out of Google's ecosystem and find out whether or not that's your thing.
And number 1.
Huawei Mate 60 Pro. The Huawei Mate 60 Pro was quietly announced in China with no plans for global release anytime soon. Disappointing, to say the least, as the Mate series has always been on the forefront of not only Huawei innovation, but also smartphone innovation as a whole. While we patiently wait for the Mate 60 to come worldwide, even though there are no such plans at the moment, we can check out the phone's specs. This device builds upon its predecessor, while adding some nice features, again, some of which are an industry first. One of these is the emergency satellite connectivity, and before you start to point at Apple and its SOS by satellite, the Mate 60 Pro is actually capable of making full-fledged phone calls via a satellite, even if there's no network coverage available.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.